Hello friends, welcome to MS Opti Webcast. In this video demonstration, we're going to see how to install and configure Windows Server 2016 in a core mode. Windows Server Core includes a minimal version of the server software without GUI. You have to perform all the configuration tasks from command prompt, and you can also use the PowerShell cmdlets as well. Follow this video tutorial to install Windows Server 2016 in a core mode and perform initial configuration tasks. First of all, you have to insert the Windows Server 2016 DVD-ROM and then you have to turn on your computer. You should see a message informing you that the Windows is copying temporary files. After a few seconds, you will be presented with this screen. On this screen, we can select language and time and currency format as well. But for this demonstration, I am going with the default options. Just click on Next to continue. Now we have to click on Install Now to start the installation process. So let's click on Install Now. After waiting for a few seconds, you will see Select the operating system screen. And on the screen, I'm going to select Windows Server 2016 Data Center Evolution in a server core mode. The difference between Data Center and Standard is pretty simple. Data Center gives you the licensing for unlimited virtual machines. So let's select Windows Server 2016 Data Center Evolution and then click on Next. Now we need to agree to the licensing terms. Check the box I accept the license terms and then click on Next. Now depending on whether this is an upgrade or fresh install, choose the correct options as per your requirement. But for this demonstration, let's select Custom Install Windows Only Advanced Options. For this demonstration, I attach a 100 GB virtual disk to this VM. Let's create a partition. Let's click on New. Let's select the size as per your requirement. For this demonstration, I'm going with the 100 GB size. Let's click on Apply. Let's click on OK. Now here you can see we have a two partition, one for system reserve and second one is our partition where we are going to install Windows Server 2016 core. Now select the partition and then click on Next. You should now be at the screen where installation takes place. The installation process takes some time to complete, particularly when installing on a virtual machine. Once the installation process is complete, your computer will restart several times. Once the server has booted up, you will need to provide the default administrator account with a proper password. And as you can see on the screen, we are receiving a message that the user's password must be changed before signing. And the user is our built-in administrator account. And the by default selected options is OK. So let's press Enter. And it will ask you to specify the new password. Let's type a new password. And confirm password again. Once you specify the password, then press Enter key. Okay, we are receiving a message. Your password has been changed. Let's press Enter on a OK selection. Then after, you will find yourself at command prompt for the list of command type help. So these are the commands available on this Server Core 2016 server. You can also check the system information by typing command system info and then press Enter key. So this is information about our server. This is our host name and the OS name is Microsoft Windows Server 2016 Data Center Evolution Edition. Hypervisor has been detected. Features required for Hyper-V will not be displayed. We can also use command ipconfig/all to see the IP configuration information. Right now, our IP address is set to auto configuration mode. That's why the IP address is 169.254.153.112. It is a PIPA IP address. After installing Windows Server 2016 in a core mode, we need to perform initial configuration tasks. And now we are going to see how we can perform initial configuration tasks on server core mode. The command I will be going to use in this video is sconfig.cmd. So let's type sconfig.cmd and then press Enter key. The first options we should take is to change the computer name. And for that, we have to type options number 2 to rename the computer. Let's press Enter. It will ask you to enter a new computer name. Let's specify name WS2016-core. Once you specify the new computer name, then press Enter key. It will ask you must restart your computer to apply these changes right now. Let's click on Yes. So once the server has rebooted, a second login as an administrator on this server. Let's specify the password and hit enter. Let's relaunch as config.cmd. Now you can join this computer to domain by selecting options 1. But in this lab, I will not be joining the server to a domain. But before we can join this server core to a domain, we need to assign an IP address. Select options 8 and hit the enter key. Here you can see we have only one network adapter on this server. So select index number 0 and then press enter. Now on the screen, you can see a current IP configuration information. To set a network adapter address, we have to type a 1. For DHCP, you have to type D, and for static IP address, you have to type S. Specify S and then press enter. It will ask you to enter the static IP address. So let's specify the IP address 192.168.16.4 and then press enter. It will ask you for subnet mask. We're going to use default subnet mask. That's why I'm pressing enter key. And it will ask you to specify the default gateway's IP address. In my case, that is 192.168.16.1 and then press enter. Now we are going to set the DNS server address as well. So let's select options 2 and then press enter. Now it will ask you to enter new preferred DNS server's IP address. In my case, that is 192.168.16.3 and then press enter. You will receive a message, preferred DNS server address set. Let's click on OK. If you have another DNS server, you can enter alternate DNS server address as well. And I do not have any alternate DNS server, that's why I'm pressing enter key. Okay, so here you can see the IP address which we assigned to this server is 192.168.16.4. Subnet mask will be default. Our default gateway's IP address is 192.168.16.1 and the preferred DNS server address is 192.168.16.3. Let's type 4 to return to main menu. Now here you can see configure remote management is enabled on this server. While remote management is enabled, we just need to add this server to a SOA managed dashboard on our domain controller. Thereafter, we are able to manage this server from remote computer. In the next video, we will see how we can join this server core to Active Directory domain, and then we will remotely manage this server core from Windows Server 2016 machine. And that's it for this video demonstration. Thank you for watching this video.